Makes the A a kind of out during the always looking out for the different lashings to see how that might together. Did you like or dislike this period of the year?
As a player, I liked it because I knew that practicing with some guys, I wanted to actually play with them on the court.
Rick was pretty. Agreed. Display Lopez. Valentine with it. A tremendous game he played against Toronto. Over Bogdan. Out. Keeps the opponent on the road.
Well, especially in
Sige lang.
on the road, sinking those deep shots makes it hard for them to build momentum.
Sige.
That's
Sige, salamat.
close, but get on balance quick enough.
The ball in bounds. Called for the violation. Here's Grant. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, take shot away from him. They get him
Good.
How on earth can get that wide open?
So the Bulls, the last game away.
Always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they are offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Great, let's not being at you only so like this.
Misses.
But they're fortunate it didn't cost them.
Valentine with it, picked up by Collison. No good from Grant. And so here is Indiana. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And last year, between the two, draw.
And both of these teams, somewhat middle-come elite, having something to prove coming into this matchup.
They'll their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw, no good.
Well, the big story from the Bulls last offseason was trading Jimmy Butler. It had to be. He had strife with the front office, problems with players. Both sides seemed to want to move on.
Well, Chris, as you said, the strength of this Bulls team last season, Wade and Butler. And speaking, what better a player to act as a mentor for this team than Dwayne Wade?
Well, it's hard to get fair value for a guy like Butler. It was clear that Chicago needed to mix things up. Now, Levine, I really like his game. He can really help this team, and they, you know, marketing, that's decent.
Young outside. Turner with the screen. Outside Collison. Indiana again missing. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Veen dishes to Grant. Here's Lopez. Makes it off the glass.
It's only so he can do defensively. Lopez is extremely talented down in the paint.
Young on the wing. Minute to go.
Look from 3.
Levine. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
But the arms of Lopez go on forever, which is why he's able to create for himself.
Oladipo, good.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that work.
Levine sets the screen for Grant. Outside, Levine. Misses the 3. Indiana trailing here. Here's Collison. He had 13 points in the win against the Pistons in Detroit. Young. The kick out to Oladipo. And Young, here we go. And the wide open shot from Collison. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Indiana.
And they took a balanced approach for the most part. They didn't get caught up in any one aspect of the game. They got this all over the floor.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. In for Lopez, but Zach Levine subbed in for Jaren Grant. Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded closely. Markkanen in the corner. The 3. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Here's Nwaba. He's covered by Joseph. Over to the wing. Dunn dishes to Valentine. And by Bogdanovich. Here's Nwaba, guarded by Oladipo. Here's Dunn. Shot to stop the drought. And it's good on the way in.
And Dunn is spectacular in getting it. Even more impressive that he makes these shots as well.
And Turner kicks to Sabonis. And so on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the first one drops. Justin Holiday's checked in for Valentine. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Pacers. 27 left in the first quarter. Dunn kicks to Holiday. Green.
Paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy dudes.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Joseph. Here's Stevenson. At the end of one, a game so far. Bulls lead by. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Chicago leading. On the court right now for the Pacers. Bogdanovich out there with Trevor Booker and Stevenson. And it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Stevenson kicks to Joseph. Offensive rebound. Indiana moving the ball around. Stevenson drives in. Three-pointer. That's good from Joseph on the assist from Stevenson. Joseph's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Pacers. And there's the feed. Markkanen has it over Steve. No good on the rim. Indiana's gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Joseph. Holiday left side. Again, Holiday missing.
And low percentage look on that one. Not she was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Oh, and he went on the slam. Some muscle.
Some room in there. Bulls, they need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now done. He had 10 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
Yeah, and his offense fueled him on D2. He was more than a handful on that end, piling up the steals.
There's the pass to Sabonis. And Chris, usually the guys whose points get all the attention don't get a lot of credit for they fill it up. Who would some of those be?
That's tough. Anytime you have DeMarcus Cousins, big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and not winning his dozen of Kawhi and others doesn't credit. And then guys like this coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards. Go to Dame. Felt he was snubbed as an all-star, but that's about this league. So many play hard every night to get some credit, because if not, someone else is deserving to have their list as well.
Some Chicago. Robin Lopez is checked in for Markkanen. Zach LaVine comes in for David Nwaba. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. Young's checked in for Indiana. Collison comes in for Buck. Collison kicks to Young for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. 5 now.
Oh, I love to see the unselfishness from Collison. Really whips the ball over to the open man quickly.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Lets a floater go. He can't hit that time. Good defensive work.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
Stevenson against Holiday. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. Joseph against LaVine, and he converts the game.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
And Joseph kicks to Collison. The 3.5 minutes quarter. Young outside. Just 4 to shoot. It's at home.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Bulls trail by 4. Grant dishes to Lopez. He fights for the layup.
This is a strong absorb contact and then finishing over the defense. And Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade. He's always been a solid center. Plays solid defense on the block and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job of protecting the rim as well.
That's tipped. Stevenson outside. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Oh, and Collison really knows how to handle the offense. Very capable of setting the floor up with his passing.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Miles Turner comes in for Trevor Booker. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Corey Joseph. The Bulls have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Grant the pass to Valentine. Knocks down the 3-ball. Valentine's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Collison. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Even when the defense is all over him, Collison just uses his quick release so well when he's operating down low.
Grant outside. Kicks to Levine. Pass to Portis. Back to Levine. Lopez, a screen on Oladipo. Clock at 6. Shoots from 12. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game.
The opposition.
He went.
Now, here's Grant. He had put up in this one. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The kick out to Young. Screen up. Oladipo to Turner. Outside. It's Oladipo on the wing. Guarded by Levine. Count that one. Turner.
It's the moving target. He made it look so easy.
Got a piece of it. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pacers out in front, leading by 5. And don't go away.
Complicated 2021 shoutout.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Jimmy the Jet Smith and Chicago. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They asserted themselves nicely in the second quarter and now have a fairly comfortable 5-point lead here at halftime. And Kenny, what we saw from the really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far.
Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Grant is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Valentine in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And Oladipo, here we go. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Lopez has got his 3rd. And some players you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career,
Salamat sa Pated 21. Kamusta ka na?
Young with the ball. 7 points in the game. And 2 free throws coming up. 1 to go with all the contact. It goes on Jaren Grant. The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season as a unit.
That free throw good. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as it's a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked him. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent. So many times you just have to wait for the right position in the right situation.
Oladipo against Levine. There's Oladipo. He's covered closely. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the first time out of the game.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy from his team.
Pace, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Checked in for Denzel. Comes in for Zan. And it's done in for Jaren Grant.
Finally won the drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
It's Bogdanovich in the corner. And Drake. Dunn misses.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. And it's as simple as that player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting it down low.
Bogdanovich, the 31st 2011 draft. Played in Turkey, Chris, for 3 years and finally came over to the NBA in 2014.
Yeah, he made all-rookie second team that season. Now entering his prime and certainly very capable offensively.
They have been bored, and this game only been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Waba kicks to Dunn. On the money. He's got his second.
Passing a lot of these buckets right now. That's been the key.
Oladipo for 3. Out. Well done. No good. Indiana. Joseph, the pass to Turner. Oladipo for 3. Hits. Oladipo's got 7 points.
After failing to be aggressive and look for a shot, you don't have to remind him now. He is really taking his game over in the second.
Tipped away. There's Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The Pacers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Oladipo with the ball, and Holiday picks him up to.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back.
Bulls trail by 14. They need a good offensive.
Long time without.
And let's get leaderboard. Rookie shooting the highest percentage. 4th, Lauri Markkanen.
He's scoring and finishing at
Great shoutouts.
Second call.
in a moment here to look at the numbers for Oladipo scoring, and he's in the top field goal, able to power his bucket and finish.
His points per game average is on. Now, they need him to. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Here's Dunn. Shoots off the screen. Sabonis in the corner.
Congrats. Salamat din sa pagbisita.
And here's Collison. And it would have appeared numbers. The story of what tough defense they're playing. leading by 13. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Young is out there with Lance Stevenson. And there's Collison. And it's Joseph. So the whistle on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence, just how important is that? Both, when you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching it.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because veteran presence in the locker room. And so, to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I mean, I would have paid him to do that. So, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother.
Here, Portis Kent. Here's Markkanen. It's rebounded by Indiana. Young's got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3 from Joseph. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Valentine passes to Grant. He feeds it to Valentine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's the screen. Markkanen drops in the tray.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
And some changes here for the Pacers. He's checked in for Trevor Booker. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Victor Oladipo in. And we've got an update here, so let's begin with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. Don't take chances, no dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way, guys.
Turner with a screen for Oladipo. From deep. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
Lopez, he's checked in for Chicago. Collison. Dishes it to Oladipo. Fires from deep. And it's Oladipo again missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the middle, here's Valentine, and the jam by Valentine.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Oladipo outside. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Well, he's picking his spots. Understanding the game so well helps them fuel this lead.
Left side, Levine. And he makes that one.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Oladipo against Levine. It's Oladipo on the wing. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, is it right over Robin Lopez? Wow!
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. There's a screen. Here's Levine. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. Levine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but Levine is a great place to start.
Markkanen, he's for Bobby Portis. 50. And Oladipo, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Oladipo's got 17 now, just in the second. Bulls trail by 14. Deflects pass, and it goes. That one off. Turgo calls timeout.
Amount of points they've given us, what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. And these matchups aren't fair.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Victor Oladipo.
He's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to anger. Pacers by 14. Collison Disho. Chris, traditionally, we've had the standard 1 through 5 spots on an NBA team, but it seems more GMs and coaches are going away from labeling a player to one of those spots, like positionless basketball. Are we going to see more of that? Is it going to work its way around to another level? How do you view that?
Well, I just think that the game is evolving, and I think right now you have to have a certain skill set to play, and that means you have to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and you think about it, we had players that could just defend, couldn't dribble or throw a ball in the ocean. Well, that really can't work anymore. And you have to have players with the total skill set regardless of size. I do think, though, that you'll always have to have positions. I hated how we took the center out of the All-Star game. You never see in baseball, they say, it's okay. You don't have to have a center fielder. You could just put 2 left fielders in there. You still have to identify a position, and for the tradition and the honor of the game, I say we do that. But we got some pretty big guys and some pretty great guys. So what would you call Dirk Nowitzki? Is he a 5? He's 7 feet tall. Is he a 4? Is he a 3? It doesn't matter. He just has game. What do you call Kevin Durant? A 7-foot flamethrower? I mean, he's a center, a power forward. I don't know what you call him, but I know that size or positions are no more defined by height. They used to be defined by height. 7 foot and up centers, 6'9" and up power forwards. Now you have 6'9" and up. So I love the fact that the game's evolving, but I think the 5 best players are just going to play, but you're going to have every single size because right now skill set is all.
Shout out Nuri.
How much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pacers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Oladipo.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
Lays it up and banks it in. Oladipo's got 31 points.
Tremendous effort here on the road. At home, is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them.
Shout out.
Analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke from the sideline.
Guys,
Thanks so much, David. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro?
I think every level you go up, school to college, different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their analyticism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has players not only from the United States, but from across the world. So obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the which plays about 32 to 40 games to an 82-game regular season, and then if you're fortunate enough to be in the